Hello again, it's Todd Golden, Indiana State beat writer for the Tribune-Star here at SIU Arena. Indiana State's house of horrors usually, but not today. Devontae Brown took this game over, and Indiana State pulls out a very thrilling 59-56 victory in a game where really, frankly, it looked like the Sycamores were in deep trouble for the vast majority of the game, the first 30 minutes for sure. But Devontae Brown, and give him loads of credit. The junior took over. He scored 17 in the final 10 minutes of the game, including a long step-back three-point shot with 2 seconds to go to put Indiana State up 59-56 to cap off a comeback which saw Indiana State wipe out a deficit that I believe was peaked at 14. Let me look here. Yeah, 14. So big win at a place where Indiana State generally plays poorly and did play poorly for most of today. This was a really ugly basketball game. Parts of the second half in particular were just very difficult to watch. Turnovers by both teams, bad offense by both teams. You could say some of it was good defense, but really most of it was just poor offensive execution. And Southern Illinois, and Barry Hinson coach teams in general just have this tendency to lull Indiana State's offense to sleep. They don't do anything fancy. They play man-to-man defense. They face up their defenders both on and away from the ball. But what it has the effect of doing is Indiana State sometimes dribbles a little bit too deep and gets themselves into trouble. Or there's no cutters to take advantage of, because SIU does a pretty good job, honestly, of cutting them off from moving without the ball. And that's been the trouble for the Sycamores, in the last couple trips down here where they lost 3 in a row, and it was trouble for most of today. But credit Devontae Brown. What he did was, aside from he hit 3 threes late in the game, but aside from that, what he did was he started driving the lane. SIU was not defending without fouling. They got into some foul trouble, and by the midway point of the second half, we're to the point where Indiana State could really exploit it and drive the lane and create some problems for them defensively. And Devontae Brown was really the one who got that started. He started doing what he does, in usual games, kind of taking his shots in the lane, and it really kind of unzipped the SIU defense a little bit and opened up some things on the outside where Indiana State hit several three-pointers late in the game. Justin Gant also had a big three-pointer towards the death of the shot clock with about, I think, 52 seconds to go. They got things going, but Indiana State, had to really earn it. I mean, Southern in the last minute, as bad as their offense was at times in this game, really got their act together. Indiana State got a shot they wanted. Jordan Caroline, who struggled for a lot of the game, hit a 20-foot shot near the top of the key, which is way out of his range. That was a tough shot. And then Anthony Bean, who played a little bit better than he has been recently for the Salukis, hit about a 16-footer with 11 seconds to go to tie the game after Indiana State had taken the lead on the previous Gant three-pointer. So there were tough shots, and Indiana State was had to keep figuring out ways to respond. And Devontae Brown played like somebody who was sick and tired of being sick and tired of losing down here in Carbondale. And Greg Lansing had every intention of calling a timeout when Indiana State got the ball back after Bean's three-pointer. Brown waved him off, and to his credit, Greg kind of rode his hot hand, and Devontae takes a long heat check three-pointer and drains it. And a big shot, obviously, for Indiana State's fortunes. If they had lost here, they still would have been 3-1, but it would have put some doubt in their mind and might have put them in a little bit of a funk. Instead, they come away with a pretty thrilling victory and head home to play Illinois State on Wednesday at 4-0. So, give all the credit to the Sycamores for hanging in there and fighting back, and really to Devontae Brown for an outstanding performance. It was one of those deals when he hit that shot late. It was one of those whoa shots where it was, kind of like, wow, I can't believe he took that, much less hit it. So, big win. Indiana State, like I said, goes home to play Illinois State before they go on a 2-game road swing up to Iowa. So that's all I got. Really all Devontae Brown, a big win. Indiana State still in first place, and now to 500 overall during the season, which is also big. So I'm going to sign off from here at SIU Arena. They tend to turn off the lights here pretty quickly, so I came down here pretty quick to do this before they did. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Keep following on Trib-Star, and then keep following the Down in the Valleys. I'll have a long Down in the Valley, another road trip one, probably tomorrow or later tonight. And again, thanks for paying attention. We'll see you down the line.